Hi, I'm Chelsea with the Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm here at Spring Quilt Market in Portland with Eleanor Burns of Quilt in a Day. Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you have in your booth this market?
Well, I love the fresh look. It's kind of open and light. That's good. But probably my favorite quilt right now is from my new book, and this is called Elle's Kitchen. Quilts from Elle's Kitchen, and I love it because it's bright, it's really young looking. You know, when you get my age, you gotta feel young. And so we used a line from Riley Blake called Apple of My Eye. Every block in here is named after a food or an item in the kitchen. So things like my mother's apron, that's obvious. And there's the coffee cup up there.
With the little bit of lace.
Yes, we had to do that, a little bit of rickrack. The basket in the center is actually called Cherry Basket. And so along with the cherry basket, I put in a recipe called Cherry Cobbler. And you make it in the crock pot, and this is so fun because you can dump cake mix and cherry pie filling. You dump it all in the crock pot, nuts on top, and you turn on the crock pot for 2 hours. Your store will feel heavenly.
Smell like cherry.
I know, and all of the students want to taste it. It's just so fun. But every block like that's called cheese box, my favorite, hearts and gizzards, but nobody will eat hearts and gizzards. So I had to do this.
My father will.
She will. Well, so I did this it was a shortbread heart cookie recipe. I'd buy the book just for that recipe.
And
it's really worth
book?
This is a book. I had to dress up. I love to do costuming.
Quilts from Elle's Kitchen.
Yeah, so this is Chef Elle on the front.
Can you tell us a little bit about what can be found in the book?
Well, there's all of the 16 blocks, and they're all traditional. I didn't make up any of them. Plus, I did flowers from Acne Quilt. They're called the funky flowers. The yardage is in the book. Instructions for 6-inch and 12-inch blocks. Where the blocks originated. That's what I love. I love the history. So that's there too.
And it's filled with recipes as well.
It is. It's really fun recipes. Now I live in Southern California, and my daughter-in-law is from Mexico. So I have Cactus Salad in there. Yes, it was very good. It's good for lowering your blood pressure. If you're diabetic, gotta have it. Cactus salad. Squash blossom soup is in there. I went in a garden and picked all the squash blossoms and made soup out of it. It's great. We have a drink out of hibiscus flower leaves. It's really fun.
Really
it's
fun.
It's not the regular. Plus
Not
pork
your
and beans.
traditional
No,
quilting
not your
book.
traditional. But then there's always the pork and the beans.
Yeah.
That's easy, and some breads and things like that. It's good. It's really fun.
And you design fabric for Benartex. Can you tell us a little bit about the
did.
collections you designed for them?
I did. I would say I'm the master at large-scale prints. Florals, large-scale prints, and I really shouldn't fool with anything else. My prints always start out with a painting, and from that painting we pull out and we shrink different flowers for our small-scale prints. I love to have a stripe in it, fussy cuts. I love a check in it, some pieces that read solid from a distance. I work with this woman called Esther. Esther is so wonderful, and she knows what I like.
That's
And
always the best.
She
Makes it easier.
does. She knows what I like, and so we don't have to waste a lot of time doing things that I don't want. But I've worked with Benartex. I guess maybe could it have been my 20th anniversary? This is 35 years for me now. 35 years. So I guess I'm the mother here. I am the mother.
And Elle is the latest collection
Yes.
that we've received.
Elle.
Can you tell us a little bit about that collection? And there are 2 quilts here.
Well, There's 3 different colorways. The periwinkle blue is absolutely beautiful. I love the pink, but there's also a melon, a beautiful melon in the quilt. You can't call it orange. It's definitely melon or tangerine. But again, you can see there's fussy cuts in there, large scale prints, small scale, different values. My name is Eleanor Ann. Okay, so they call me Elle. My granddaughter is called Elle. So it was like so quick. Her real name is Eleanor Ann too. It was so quick. Orion says, "Okay, what are we going to name this?" And we said, Elle Ann.
That's perfect.
So it works. It's neither one of us, but it works. It's really fun.
And how did you learn how to quilt?
I had to teach myself. My mom taught me to sew when I was like 10 or 12 years old. I started sewing on the sewing machine, making my own clothes and such. But I must have been, okay, well, if it's 35, I was just 30 when I started fooling around with it. Yes, and I learned how to quilt. I started quilting because I needed a job. My husband went into law school. We just went from a 2-teacher salary to a 0 salary. So I said, okay, well, I've got to go out and get a job in Parks and Rec to help feed the family. I had Grant, and Orion was just a baby. And so at that point, when I started teaching quilting, Orion was a little stinker. He cried all the time. He will tell you himself that if he wouldn't have been a crybaby, there would have never been quilting a day, because I had to hold him here, and when he went down for an hour nap, pedal to the metal, get it done. So it's just all started. It was the mother of necessity. I just had to help earn some money to bring in the income. And 35 years later, I never thought I'd still be doing this, but that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
35 years. So I don't even know if I want to retire.
No.
Orion told me I didn't have to.
Oh, that's sweet of him. And your sons are involved in your business, and you have grandchildren. Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
I do have 2 sons, but only Orion is in the company right now. He's the general manager.
Okay.
My son Grant manufactures skateboards. He started his own business, and he's the largest manufacturer of skateboards in North America. So
you need a skateboard.
If you need a skateboard. Yes, I hurt my arm skateboarding.
Yeah,
no, I didn't. But they have been very supportive in business in general. I became a single parent. I raised the 2 sons alone, and they're both very successful and aggressive. I have a sister, Patty, who goes out and teaches my quilts. She goes out 9 months out of the year and travels to all parts of the country and teaches anything from quilting a day.
So great. And can you tell us a little bit about your grandchildren?
Yes. Do you want to see their picture? Okay, I just happen to have a picture.
Oh, if you insist.
Come on, take a look. Okay, so here they are. So there's 5 of them. I got 5 in 5 years, which is almost way too much, 5 in 5 years. But Ellie is the oldest. She's the one that's named after me. Now these are Grant's children, Ellie. And then he has the only little boy, Jonas. And then Becca is the littlest one. And she has this curly hair all over her. Ellie is already learning how to sew. She's making quilts already, and she crawled off her chair the other day, her sewing chair, and she said, "Grandma, I love to sew." And I said, "Yes!" So it's really fun. So these 2 little girls are Orions. This is Kylie, who's going to turn 3 in October, and Zoe is going to be 1 next month. And all 5 of them are adorable. I have 4 little granddaughters. I'm going to set up a sewing class for them. The only restriction is they must be potty trained. Otherwise, they can't come.
It's a good rule.
Yeah, they must be potty trained. But anyhow, we really have a great time together. I like to do like little crafts with them. And,
I'm sure they have a ton of projects of yours, quilts, just surrounded by creativity.
yeah, if I don't get going, they're going to inherit a ton of unfinished projects.
Then they can finish them after they take your sewing class.
That's what I'm thinking. It'll work.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
You're very welcome.
For more information, visit us
you.
on our website at www.fatquartershop.com.